Hello, everybody. I am Teddy Jenkins, the one, the only, the all knowing, the supreme, the powerful, the
The
mighty,
egotistical,
the
apparently.
strong, the intelligent, the brave, the charming,
The modest.
the always better, the modest, the always better than everyone else, the Batman. Um,
You're a bear, not a bat. You're not even a
Bear.
man. You're
Listen. I can be freaking Bear Batman if I want to, okay?
bear Batman.
Bear Batman.
That's that sounds oddly gay.
It does, but that was not my intention.
Well,
Whew.
all right, go ahead.
I made one of these videos before about you. Not sure if you ever saw it. Um, it's called My Literally Crazy Friend.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. For the audience, this is that friend that you are hearing now. Say hi, Tom.
Damn it, dude! Stop recording,
What? What?
dude. Can you please not mention me about that crap?
Why?
Seriously, it's not cool. It's I'd prefer to keep Anthony Anthony.
I said Tom. Your name is Tom. Like, how bad
I'm
could
talking
that
about the
be?
name. I'm talking about the fake name on your video that you gave
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I know. Why does that matter?
I'm just don't mention that I'm that guy. That video's embarrassing enough.
Okay, I got a question. Who is it that you think is what? Who will you be embarrassed by knowing it? It's like okay, your name's Tom. How many Toms are there in the world?
There's probably like a few million.
Uh-huh. And what? Dude, how many people are even gonna see this video? Like, I have 200 subscribers, so probably
Half of which are
maximum.
probably never going to watch it again.
Thanks. But
I'm
but
sorry.
but so maximum 200 people will probably see this. So what? You're worried about that one person that is one
Yeah,
day
right. Never
going
mind.
to go to your same grocery store and see you and be like, even though I don't know what he looks like, I just know that's Tom.
Uh, let's talk about Ian or your panda friend.
Okay. There's something I wanted to talk about first, actually, though. Well, two things. First of all, I apologize for not making much content recently. I've been busy and dealing with stuff. So yeah.
Like what kind
Um,
of stuff?
I'm sorry. Is this your YouTube channel?
No,
Mm-hmm.
nah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I can't say I enjoy yours.
Wow. Okay.
I just, I'm
Okay.
sorry, that was too far.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying,
Um.
it's not. It's just It's. I'm just saying, it's not the type of things I like. I'm not. I've never been a big fan of podcasts or anything like that. So that was
Why are
just.
you in this video? You're just
You asked me
you're
to be in this
you're
idiot.
you're just hurting me.
I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
Also, I wanted to say that there will be a new podcast coming out soon.
Oh
Um,
crap.
there's just been some difficult scheduling stuff that has made it difficult to record it. So yeah, and then we had one that was about the ring, and then the audio got messed up on that one, so we weren't able to make it, and so we'll probably just make a little summation of what our thoughts were on the ring of this upcoming podcast. So anyway, but the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, you remember Slow Spawn?
Slow. What?
Slow Spawn, the guy, Slow Spawn, guy who
I
made my
have no idea
guy
who
who
that
made
is.
my channel arts.
Nope.
Maybe you don't. Okay, so anyone who is probably like a long time viewer of my channel probably knows who Slow Spawn is. Um, that guy is crazy. Not crazy, not like you, okay, or Panda.
I'm not crazy anymore.
This guy, okay, you still kind of are, but this guy, he's he's oh my gosh. I wonder if he's. I really hope he doesn't watch this. Oh man, oh man, if he watches this, oh man, guys. So he and I a while ago, a couple months ago, had a parting of ways. Okay, a split, a divorce, a civil ununion, if that's even a word. Um, there was civil unrest. Um, there were bad vibes. Um, I'm just trying to think of words. But the he was an interesting person in the fact that he was kind of a jerk. And right now, I know for a fact at least one person is watching this and is thinking, why is he doing this? Why is he making this video? Because they know Slow Spawn. Okay. I won't drop any names. Uh, rhymes with Jeth. Jeth. His name rhymes with Jeth.
So his name is Jeff.
Jeth. No, not Jeff. Jeth.
So what's his name?
I, I'm not gonna say. He
What's
know
his name?
he knows who he is when he's watching this video. So
What's his name?
I'm not gonna
Tell
tell
us his
you.
name.
I'm not gonna tell him because oh gosh.
Tell us his. Tell us his name.
I'm trying to think of if he would be okay with that or not.
Do it. You're gonna lose 10 subscribers if you don't tell us. Tell us his name. You know this.
Seth, I know you're watching. um, I'm
Tell him.
sorry. I am sorry. Just think of it this way. Just don't comment anything. Don't look at the
It's
comments.
Seth.
Seth.
It's Seth. Who's Seth Jeff? Oh, I get it.
Oh my gosh. You
Um,
sound
this
psychotic
is
all the time. You know that?
this
Like
is
you have the
great.
most.
Uh,
Yeah. But this is just.
I'm gonna type in. I'm gonna message him on Curse right now. Your name is Jeff. It's
I
gonna be
will be
funny.
mad if you do.
It's sent.
Oh.
Oh
You
my
you
god.
should have auditioned to play the Joker.
That I would probably be the best Joker in Generations. Seriously, the Joker's been around since the 70s or 50s, maybe 40s.
The 80s in the movies, in the comics probably like 20s, 30s, something like that. Um
Yeah, so literally the best Joker in Generations.
okay. So, Slow Spawn, I decided to contact again a couple days ago. That did not go well. That did not go well. That did
How
not
bad was
go
it?
well. Bad. Bad.
Tell me
Um
a couple things that he said.
well, it was I mean it was what he and I said. Gosh, I kind of he kind of said he kind of like took tiny. Okay, he's passive aggressive, very very passive aggressive. So he said something that was like I don't remember what it was actually. I can't remember what it was. It was something just sort of. Oh yeah. It was So he was accused. Apparently this happened. I don't remember this ever. Okay, like I thought that he was lying. I'm serious. I thought he was lying. Um, apparently, when everything went down, and he started acting like a dirtbag to everybody, or at least to me anyway. I don't know if he had acted like a dirtbag to everybody else yet. Um, Apparently, at one point, I requested that everyone swear on the Bible to never speak to him again. Um, just putting that out there. Makes total sense, though, right?
Wait, speak about what? Never speak about what?
Never speak to Slow Spot again.
What? God's gonna. You did. Wait. So,
Okay,
did you do it after the conversation?
Tom, you shut up. Don't
Did
I
you do it
get it.
after the
I,
conversation?
well, okay, so what happened was, from what I remember, the way it went down really weirdly. See, I think what happened was he was going to be making some art for something, for some kind of project,
Oh no.
and I didn't like the art,
Oh no!
but I didn't want to tell him that I didn't like the art because I thought that I just because okay, he and I had started to not like each other by this point,
Give me a second.
um, and somebody had told me. I'll just keep talking. Somebody had told me that, well, it's probably not a good idea then if you two are growing apart for him to make your channel the any kind of channel art. And I was like, why? And this person was like, well, um, if you were to do that, then there's a chance that that said person that Slow Spawn might come back and be like, hey, I don't give you permission to use my art and whatever. So he was like, so it's probably best if you get somebody else to do the art who's not, you have any kind of emotional attachment with. Which made sense to me. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of be like, hey, don't make any of the art. To which he was like, well, why, man? I want to express myself. I want to I want to show my artistic expression. Thomas, are you there, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. And I was like, no, don't express yourself. And he was like, and he was asking, well, why? Can you tell me why? And I refused to tell him because I was like, I don't want to, I was worried he was gonna get mad or it would hurt his feelings or something like that. And I started to that caused me to dislike him more because he just kept asking over and over again after I told him no. Um, and then what ultimately happened was Seth, the most loyal of all the people, um, just told me, well, listen, hey, why don't I go talk to Slow Spawn? And this is not to paint him in a bad light, okay? This was not like, I don't blame him at all for any of this, guy. Um, so he's like, I'm gonna go talk to Slow Spawn since he's really mad at you. I'm gonna go work this out, all right? And I'm like, okay, okay. He goes and talks to him and essentially tells him, listen, Teddy hates you and never wants to speak to you again. Deal with it. And
Dude.
it, he essentially, I think he did actually say that I hated him and that I didn't want to speak to him anymore. Um, which here's the thing, Slicebon appreciated his honesty. I initially was upset because I was like, well, you could have been a little bit more polite about it. Um, or maybe you could have just not have told him that and I don't know, something happen. Um, I so yeah, yeah, that happened. Over the coming days after that, there was much strife, much anguish. There were many famines. Um, Ultimately, all resulting in the deletion of our friendship. And so a couple days ago, I was like, okay, it's been like a couple months now. I'm sure everything's fine by this point, right? Like, Like no human being can stay upset for a couple months about a minor confrontation, right, Thomas?
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me guess,
uh,
he was super butthurt and he never talked to you again.
well, what happened was I was like, hey, you know, how's it going? And he was kind of like, what do you want? um, he also messaged me the new Justice League trailer, which was awesome. Um, and so I asked him like, "Are you still mad?" And he's like, more passive aggressive than anything. To which I'm like, okay. And gosh, I'm so tired. I can't even think. um, he then I'm trying to think. So then I was like, I don't know, I guess I think I said something along the lines of, "Hey, stop being mad. It's like it's been a couple months. Come on, get over it," or it's something like that. I didn't say like get over it or anything like that, but you get my on that point. Um, to which he brought up the, I pray, well, man, you made everyone swear on the Bible to never speak to me again, and I'm like, pretty sure that was just a joke, man. I'm pretty sure I never did that in like full seriousness. And I spoke to Seth about it, and he says I legitimately did that, and I was like totally serious. But I don't remember ever doing that. Like I vaguely remember
Seth messaged me, Kay.
some something about that, but I was just like, I don't know. I was just I'm pretty sure I wouldn't. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like you do something and then you wait a long time and you're like, did I actually do that? When somebody brings it up to you again, and you're just like, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have done something like that, because you're like, in hindsight, you're like, oh, I'm not that kind of person. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry if I did do that, which apparently I guess I did. Um, that was what in the business we call not cool. Um, so so yeah, so I then proceeded um, to tell Slice Bond that he was an arrogant, passive aggressive. What was the word I used? I can't even remember. It was something.
I thought you
Something.
called him a crack baby.
A what?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say? No, say what you said again. Your mic cut out for a second.
I thought you called him a crack baby at some point.
No, I did call him a gay
Ah.
fish though. I remember that. Um,
Why? What? No, no, a gay fish?
yeah.
What?
To which he responded, I am not gay or a fish.
Exactly, what does that mean?
You know no culture, Thomas.
That make that makes
Watch,
zero sense.
watch South Park, and you will be enlightened. Um,
I can't watch South Park, but a
okay.
gay fish? Who
Yeah,
calls somebody a gay fish?
South Park. They called
I know
Kanye.
it's I know it's I know it's
They called Kanye West a gay fish.
what?
Me and Panda and Duck have been calling each other gay fish for the past couple. I don't know, maybe like a week or two. Hall thinks it's not healthy.
It's weird, is what it is.
I know you're just not cultured. Okay, be silent.
Cult. So to you, cultured is
Peace.
watching South Park.
Go in peace, my son.
Wait, no, no.
Go,
So to you
go,
being cultured is watching
go
South Park,
in
right?
peace, my son. Go in
That's what I'm getting
peace.
out of it,
Go in peace.
dude. You don't. You apparently you're not the culture because you think it's cult. That culture is watching South Park.
A part of it, yeah.
What? No, real culture is going to Italy and going to an opera house and seeing what
No,
culture
dude,
is.
look,
That's
dude. I don't think you understand what culture is. Like I don't think you know what the word culture means, but that's unimportant. Okay. Um, so on to Panda, which he could possibly be
Yes.
watching this video. I'm pretty sure Duck could be watching this video as well.
I
Um,
just realized how long the conversation been stirred off because we really do need to talk about him.
yeah. Panda's an interesting person. Okay, I want to say this. Okay. Um, why am I using his actual name? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
Wait, what's
Because
his name again?
Tony.
His name's Tony.
Tony. Yep. Tony.
So he's Iron Man.
Yep. He will now
my
be. He will
my
now be.
unknown says he
Okay.
was.
Okay. Okay.
My
We're gonna.
unknown says he was thinking the same thing.
Okay. Forget that we said an action and one of his names previously. Tony.
One of his names
So
is his second name Stark. Is he? Let me tell me. Is he Lord of House Stark or is he Iron Man?
someone needs to like toss you through a window.
Teddy says someone needs to toss me out a window.
Someone needs to drop you on your head again.
Oh, that's mean.
You gotta admit it's kind of clever though. Just a little.
Yeah, kind of. A
Um.
little bit.
Okay. So Panda decided to have an argument with me. Okay. Which I always welcome. Uh, this said argument was about the swastika. Okay.
What?
Pretty mild topic, right? Okay.
Oh
Nothing
yeah.
too serious. Just the the symbol that identified all Nazis forever. Which began when Nazis were invented. Um, so here's the thing, okay? He was very everything that he said made total sense, okay? He's really smart, all right? Because basically what he was saying was that the swastika is not originally a Nazi symbol and should not be thought of um, as a Nazi symbol anymore because it's not what it
What?
originally was.
What?
Thomas, you need to stop having that reaction. You need to get a better reaction,
No,
like
I mean that's
to
crazy.
everything.
What?
No,
What?
because okay, here's the thing. Technically, the swastika was not originally created by Nazis. I mean, okay, technically it is, but it's a variation on an already created symbol in like Buddhism and Hinduism, which is the same symbol but turned slightly. Um, so what he was saying was that it should not be thought of as bad anymore because of the
What?
fact. Hang on, because of the fact that um, it's not originally a Nazi symbol, and like we beat Germany and everything. So what his idea was? His idea was that it should not be like a knee jerk reaction that when you see a swastika you immediately think Nazi. Was kind of what he was saying. Okay.
So
Um,
what he means is when you see a swastika or a boner carved into a park bench, you say, "Oh, look, it's an Indian park bench."
okay. Can you repeat that one more time?
What I think what's going through his mind, my mind anyway, is that when he sees a swastika or a boner carved into a park bench, he thinks, "Oh, look, Indian park bench." Excluding the boner.
Yes.
Kinda.
Well, okay, so and it makes sense because like I said, the swastika wasn't originally. I mean, okay, yes, technically it's turned, and so that makes it a swastika. But the
Did you say what?
symbol
How do you pronounce that again? How do you pronounce it?
swastika.
What?
Total psychopath. You're a total psychopath.
It's swastika, not sh-
No, it's swastika.
Yeah, that's how it's. You're putting so much emphasis on the H.
That's like it's like if dude, it's like saying hola in Spanish if you went hola, hola.
Ugh, that sounds so horrible for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, because it's incorrect. Um,
Yeah,
but okay, so like I said, it made sense. But here's the thing that was weird that he never got. He kept thinking it should not be this way. It should not be that it is initially thought of as a Nazi symbol
bad
because it
thing.
isn't originally like a Nazi symbol. Like ultimately the way it looks and stuff like that, other than it being turned. Um, but what I said to him was that ultimately it's not it's not, it doesn't matter, for instance, if in China or India or wherever, oh, it's thought of as peace. So what it means is peace in like Buddhism and Hinduism. So what he was saying is that it really means peace in like India and China. And what I kept telling
So
him
for
was,
him,
and what I
for I'm sorry,
what
but for
I
him, peace means like 3 million dead Jews. That's what peace is to him.
well, okay, so he made some interesting points. Okay, so he said that because it means peace in places like India or China or wherever, therefore we should think of it as that. But what I kept trying to tell him was that yes, in for instance, if you go to India, sure, it can be thought of as a symbol for peace, but we're not in India. Here we don't view it as a symbol of peace, so to us it is not a symbol of peace. And what he was basically saying was that it's dumb that that's how it works. That it's basically just, if the majority of people agree, okay, this is a bad thing, then it kind of is a bad thing. Which it is. That is a
He's
dumb idea. But ultimately, it's like for instance with racism. Okay, if everyone woke up tomorrow and decided that the N word isn't racist anymore, it's no longer racist. But because the majority of us agree that it is racist, it is racist. It's kind of like, for instance, if in another culture they decided that, okay, raising your hand above your head was a sign of Nazism or whatever. Um, okay, no, I shouldn't say that because raising your hand above your head was a sign of hatred of white people. Okay, we'll just say that. Um, so if you go there, it's going to be thought of as a symbol of hatred towards white people, but everywhere else it isn't. So it's just the fact that the majority of those people agree there in that location that it is racist. So it's like it's because it's a social norm, you know. It's so society determines what is and is not a social norm. Therefore, if a social norm is that, okay, saying the N word is bad, then saying the N word is bad. Does that make sense?
yeah.
But Panda was like, no, that's not fair. That's not right. And I
How's that
was
not
and I
fair?
was like, well, what I kept telling him is that, okay, it's dumb, but it's the way it works. And he didn't like that. I guess is the best way to put it. Which I get, but still, it's like he kept fighting against it. You know what I mean? Like he kept pushing back on, oh no, this is no, my way is correct, and you're just acting stupid. But here's the other thing, okay? When you're arguing against somebody, do not just have a crazy reaction about stuff like you do, Thomas, about everything. Um, because what he did, okay, so I was arguing with him loudly, and said, okay, when somebody sees a swastika, they're going to think of white supremacy if they see it on like like a whatever in front of a synagogue or a black person's something. They'll think of oh that that's like white supremacy and Nazism and stuff like that. And he was like, what? White supremacy? What the heck are you talking about? And
What?
okay, this is where he started acting really stupid. I'm sorry, Panda, but you were. And he was saying, okay. Now I don't know if the factual information of this, right? But he was saying that the first people to be sent to camps were not Jewish people. Okay.
I
That it was
no.
hang on. I don't know if whether or not this is true or not, okay? But he said that it was people who, for instance, went against social normities, people like homosexuals or people who were of opposition to him, like opposing party, political party, or something like that. Um, and so he said, those people went in first. So what are you talking about? White supremacy and stuff like that. Okay, a whole lot of Jewish people died. Whole lot of
But
Jews
yeah,
killed. There's
like
literally,
5 million.
it's literally known as a genocide. Like it was literally a genocide
Yeah.
of one particular race. Um,
I don't think of
like
Jews as a
and
race, more
and
as a religion.
well, it's both technically, but you know what I mean. Um, but okay, and I told him I don't remember exactly ever seeing too many pictures of blonde, white, blue-eyed people in concentration camps. You know what I mean? There wasn't a huge amount of those people were there. I was saying, now there were a whole lot of Jewish people and like a whole lot of black people and a whole lot of like gypsies and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, you had those people, but you didn't have a very huge amount of like what is it? What's the word? Arrow not aristocrat, not it's
An aerocrat?
no, it's like the word that the German, like a German person with blonde hair, blue eyes,
Aryan?
Aryan, that's right. An Aryan person, you know what I mean? Don't see many of those people, pictures of those people in concentration camps, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, okay, that's kind of white supremacy. Okay. Um I mean, even the Ku Klux Klan wore the symbol. Um, so then on top of this, all right, this is the main point I made to him though, is that it doesn't matter, for instance, who was there first, because ultimately, people see it as though if you ask, okay, who died the most in World War II, people will be like, well, the Jews. So it doesn't matter, for instance, if it's like, oh, a gay person was there before a Jewish person was there. Because ultimately people remember it as a racist thing, as a white supremacist thing. So it doesn't really matter who was there first. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't matter, for instance, if you got a gay person being killed or a Jewish person being killed first. The Jewish people got killed a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, or at least, here's the thing. It was the fact that they were known more that they got killed. You know what I mean? So because of that, people see it as a racist thing. Because it was publicized enough. And of course the history is also in agreement with the fact that it was like a white supremacist thing, but more for his to argue his point. I used the second example. But yeah, man, I mean, Yeah, that's the thing that's interesting though, is that society does determine many normalities that we have. In fact, well, I mean, it determines everything that we find to be normal or acceptable or unacceptable. Um, and it's stupid. It really is. But there's also nothing you can do about it. You know, like for instance, like the majority of us agree that the N word is bad, and there's nothing we can really do to change that. At least there's not much. So it's kind of it doesn't really matter if you sit around and argue and saying, well, no, it shouldn't be thought of that way because it doesn't matter. People are still going to think of it that way, you know, for probably a long time. So yeah, I think that's about it on Panda.
All right.
Thomas, would you like to say anything crazy before we close out on the video?
Not really.
Okay, okay. Well, you said enough on this video. You filled your quota. I just want to say thank you, Tom, for coming on to this video again.
Yep.
For sharing for letting me share your story with the world.
Well, I barely got to share my story without you shushing me. So.
Well, I meant like when I made the
Yeah, I
whole
know what you
video on
mean.
you.
Calm down.
Okay. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I am about to die of sleep deprivation. So goodbye, people of YouTube.